Gamers and gamettes, what is going on? My name is Snack127 and welcome back to another video. And in today's video I'm going to be giving you guys my beginner's guide for Defiance. Now, do keep in mind guys that this guide is going to be strictly a beginner's guide, so there are going to be a lot of things that I skip over and save for a later, more advanced tutorial, so keep that in mind. I'm going to be covering things that I personally believe that beginners just need to know starting off with the game. Now, this beginner's guide is going to be taking place as if you have already selected your class and character. But just so you guys know, the game does have four different classes, and we will go over those right now. You have, unfortunately, I can't show them at this screen because I'm not at the beginning of the main screen of the game. But you have the assault class, which is your mid to close range DPS. The assassin class, which you guys know, is based more so on, like stealth, sniping, things like that. The guardian class, your more tanky, buff, damage taking, defense giving kind of class. Combat medic, pretty self-explanatory, heals and supports the team. And the demolitionist, your more explosive based kind of class. Now, I want to start this video off by saying that if you've played any MMO shooter hybrid or RPG shooter hybrid, then you're going to feel very at home with this game. I'm talking games like Borderlands, The Division, Destiny, stuff like that. Shoot and loot style kind of games. If you've played any of those types of tutorials before, any type of those games before, then you're going to feel very at home and very familiar with this. So this is basically just the new Freedom site, aka the Earth Republic camp. Your basic hub area for the start of the game. You're going to see a lot of players here picking up quests, buying supplies, stuff like that. This right here is one of the supply spots you can make purchases at. This is your prototype replicator, which I'll be discussing later on in another video. This is Captain Grant's office. You're going to be coming here to get a lot of orders and quests. And this is basically just your ammo fill box and all that fun stuff. Once you get here and after you finish, I believe it's the first or second quest in this area, you'll also be given a mount which you can ride around. Even if you didn't buy a founder's pack, the game gives you a free mount, so don't worry about that. You don't have to go spending money on a mount or anything. But anyway, let's go ahead and talk basically about just some of the starter stuff in this game. So this is your loadout screen, where it says power 100 is basically your power level. If you want to compare it to other games, it's more like your item level, kind of like your light level in Destiny, and the item level you have in the Division and stuff like that. If you're familiar with those mechanics, then again, this will feel pretty familiar to you. If you guys can see the numbers on the top right hand side of the weapons, those indicate the power rank of the weapons. Now your power level is going to be a combination of your character's level, your weapons level, the levels of your shield and grenade, and and everything about your build. The higher your power level is, the more strong and more damage your character does, and the more effective that your character is in their class. You guys should be pretty familiar with these mechanics if you've played any of the shoot and loot games I've mentioned earlier in the video. Your shield, grenade, your mount, and this is basically your skill tree. Pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. You level up your character. As you guys can see, I am a level 4 combat medic. I have 2 class points left. I've used 2 class points already. This is your tier. You're going to be giving a class point once every level. I'm not sure if when you get into higher levels or not. You're going to be given later on. Also, speaking of levels, if you do hear people refer to something called ego or ego score, that's also your level. Your level in here is called your ego rating. So just know, ego rating, ego score, level, it's all the same thing. But basically you just use your class points into here. These are going to balance out the build for your class. One thing I would recommend doing is going through all of these skill points and everything, just to get a general idea of what kind of build you want to make, or even checking out some guides on YouTube and stuff like that from more seasoned Defiance players to see different types of builds for different classes or anything, or just make something up yourself. That's pretty much what I do all the time, and it seems to work out for me pretty good in a lot of games. This is your social section. You basically come here to party up with friends, group up with other players and stuff like that. As you guys can see, my good friend Loxtress, she's online right now. If I were to click her name and I wanted to go be in a group with her, I would actually go to group invite. Also, another thing, Defiance does have instance-based areas, so a lot of times, you know, you'll have somebody in a group, they could come invisible for you. If that happens, just hit go to friend or even invite that friend to game. Now keep in mind, guys, whenever you want to bring someone into your group, make sure you always hit group invite. Don't hit invite to game. If you invite them to game, it's just going to bring them to your general vicinity where you are. That's all that's going to do. So it's not exactly going to bring them, you know, into your group to, you know, help you with different content and all that stuff. They're just going to be brought near you. So keep in mind, you guys always do want to hit group invite. Matchmaking, this is for different PvP activities. For those who don't know, Defiance actually does have some pretty cool PvP. It's basically domination and team deathmatch. There's another war mode. I've never actually tried that, so I don't know exactly how that works. This is the settings area. Pretty self-explanatory what that is. This is your map. Basically, these are what your main objectives look like. Now, when it goes to main quests, they're actually going to be colored like this, except they're going to have an exclamation point, and they're going to be larger ones. Side quests are going to be the tinier ones. I do recommend doing side quests also, because side quests also, you know, they give you plenty of XP, and it's a good reason to explore the map. And if you guys can't tell, Defiance has a lot to do, a lot to cover, and a very massive map. So I would say, honestly, do all the side quests you can. It's not going to hurt you. It'll help you explore, give you a reason to tour around. These little red markers are called Ark Falls. Ark Falls are basically Defiance's versions of public events and world bosses. They're good for loot, collecting Ark keys, and different stuff like that. Speaking of those, let's go ahead and talk about the different currencies in the game. Let me just find my inventory section. As you guys can see, this is just my base inventory where all my weapons, shields, different grenades and stuff I've picked up throughout the game are. But you're going to have a few types of currency. The first type of currency you have in this game is called scrip. What scrip is, basically, it's just the in-game gold or regular currency that you earn throughout the game by playing through quests and stuff like that. And then you have another currency called bits. Bits is the purchasable currency that lets you buy stuff out of the store, like cosmetics, loot packs, mounts, all that fun stuff and everything. And the other currencies and reputation stuff we will get on to in a later video. But anyway, guys, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for this beginner's guide. If y'all enjoyed this video, smash that thumbs up button for me. And I want to thank you all so much for watching. It's your boy Tanek127. And please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Till next time, peace out. Take care.